not only to the exhibit, the tax declaration that you read, but also to the other 4 tax declarations that you brought in court today. Is that correct?
Your Honor, tax declaration bearing EB 019-14923 also have a notification issued for taxation purposes. Yes, Your Honor.
Just to expedite, Mr. Witness, I'd like you to please confirm that that announcement could be found in all the tax declarations that you brought to court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the form.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. Now, with that admission, Mr. Witness, that it is for taxation purposes only, I'd like you to please confirm that this document is not necessarily determinative of the current fair market value or the acquisition cost of the property reflected therein. Is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor. That calls for an opinion, Your Honor. That is for the court to determine because the records are already, Your Honor, with the...
The witness may answer.
The value reflected in this tax declaration is not the actual current market value of the property.
Correct.
Not the acquisition
Not
cost.
the acquisition cost.
Correct. And you say that, Mr. Witness, because the values reflected in the tax declarations are lifted from a schedule of values that you prepare and which is approved by your local council. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are always bound by this schedule of values. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any exception to your being bound by this schedule, Mr. Witness?
No, Your Honor. We are bounded by the...
No exception. I heard you a while ago say that you are familiar with the local government code. Is that correct?
Some, maybe.
You have cited the local government code, and I will please direct
No,
you
the
to...
question is, are you familiar with the government code? Witness.
Not so much.
But you know that there is such a thing as a local government code.
Yes, Your Honor.
May I direct your attention, Mr. Witness, to sections 202 and 203 of the local government code, which I respectfully request that you read for the record.
Your Honor, this is a matter of judicial notice, provisions of the local government code. It will be taking too much the time of this court. Your Honor, if you will have to read it.
Let the witness read it for the information of the public and of this court.
Section 202, Declaration of Real Property by the owner or administrator. It shall be the duty of all persons, natural or juridical, owning or administering real property, including the improvements therein, within a city or municipality, or their duly authorized representative, to prepare or cause to be prepared and file with the provincial, city, or municipal assessor a sworn statement declaring the true value of their property, whether previously declared or undeclared, taxable or exempt, which shall be the current and fair market value of the property as determined by the declarant. Such declaration shall contain a description of the property sufficient in detail to enable the assessor or his deputy to identify the same for assessment purposes. The sworn declaration of real property herein referred to shall be filed with the assessors concerned once every 3 years during the period from January 1st to June 30th, commencing with the calendar year 1992.
Section 203, please.
Section 203. Duty of person acquiring real property or making improvement thereon. It shall also be the duty of any person or his authorized representative acquiring at any time real property in any municipality or city or making any improvement on real property to prepare or cause to be prepared and file with the provincial, city, or municipal assessor a sworn statement declaring the true value of subject property within 60 days after the acquisition of such property or upon completion or occupancy of the improvement, whichever comes earlier.
Do you confirm, Mr. Witness, that CJ Corona, insofar as Bellagio and Bonifacio Ridge Spanish Bay Tower are concerned, never filed any sworn statement as to the actual value of these properties with your office?
Objection, Your Honor. There is no basis. The witness, Your Honor, is here to testify on the records, on the tax declarations.
May I explain, Your Honor?
The witness, Your Honor, would be required to make a search in his
All right,
office before that answer can be made.
Let the court will allow the counsel to explain the purpose of the question.
Your Honor, under sections 202 and 203 of the Local Government Code, it shall be the duty of the owner to declare with the city assessor in a sworn statement the true value of the property. Our point, Your Honor, is our point, Your Honor, is the properties which were purchased by respondent Chief Justice have different values in terms of acquisition cost and in terms of market value as reflected in the tax declarations. There being a discrepancy, and the acquisition cost is substantially higher than the values marked in the tax declaration. Under the law that I cited, Your Honor, it is the duty of the Chief Justice in a sworn statement to divulge the actual value of the property. I'm asking this witness, as the assessor of Taguig City, if ever there was a sworn statement filed by the Chief Justice to the effect of divulging the true value of his properties.
You may answer.
Your Honor,
You
please.
may answer if enough.
Your Honor, please.
Yes.
May I just make a short response to that?
Please proceed.
My problem with that, Your Honor, is it deals with the acquisition cost. In the first place, the witness, Your Honor, is not a party to the sale. He would not know what the acquisition cost is.
But the
Mr. President,
is referring to the mandate of the law, and that pertains to his function
Ito nga yung sagot.
as an assessor.
Oo.
And he is being asked whether the owner of the property complied with that requirement. So he may answer.
Your Honor, as of today, I have no knowledge since this honorable impeachment court only subpoenaed documents pertaining to tax declaration per se.
Mr. President,
The majority floor leader.
may we recognize the son of the author of the local government code, Senator Coco Pimentel, to enlighten the gentleman on the floor.
The gentleman from Mr.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to be fair to the witness also, and for the information of the prosecution, attorney, please pay attention. You require the witness to read sections 202 and 203.
That is correct, Your Honor.
But you also read section 204.
That is correct, Your Honor.
203 says that this is the duty of the person acquiring. But section 204 says that if that person does not discharge his duty, then it's the assessor himself who will now make the declaration so that they can complete the schedule of values.
Correct, Your Honor, but there is nothing which prevents the owner from, after a tax declaration is issued, from divulging
Yes.
the true cost, the true
Yes.
value of his property.
But my point is, to be fair, no, you also ask him to read 204 because although 203 uses the word duty, it's not such a big deal if the duty is not complied with because 204 has the mechanism to correct the situation when the people do not discharge this particular duty. So,
May I have permission to ask the witness to read into the record section 204, Your
thank you.
Honor. In compliance with the request of Senator Judge Pimentel, Mr. Witness, can you please read into the record Section 204 of the Local Government Code?
Section 204. Declaration of real property by the assessor. When a person, natural or juridical, by whom real property is required to be declared under Section 202 hereof, refuses or fails for any reason to make such declaration within the time prescribed, the provincial, city, or municipal assessor shall himself declare the property in the name of the defaulting owner, if known, or against an unknown owner, as the case may be, and shall assess the property for taxation in accordance with the provision of this title. No oath shall be required of a declaration thus may be made by the provincial, city, or municipal assessor.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Again, let me ask you, Mr. Witness, was there or was there not any declaration made by CJ Corona on the true value or the actual value of the properties that he acquired in your jurisdiction?
Your Honor, please, the question will lack basis because not all the properties involved in the declaration mentioned, Your Honor, belongs to the Chief Justice, Your Honor. The other property belongs to Karina. How can the Chief Justice be made to account for
I am going there, Your Honor.
Go over the property one by one. The presiding officer would like to ask this question. Would the office of the city assessor of Taguig issue an assessment without the required declaration, the declaration required under the